Starship is ready for its fifth flight, but why hasn't it launched yet? How can SpaceX build a massive rocket faster than regulators can approve it? Elon Musk recently expressed his frustration with the delays imposed by the FAA, and it's raising a critical question. Are regulatory hurdles slowing down the future of space exploration? Both Musk and SpaceX have openly criticized this process, pointing fingers at what they believe is unnecessary red tape. Yet, amidst these frustrations, SpaceX is still making significant strides with missions like Polaris Dawn. So, let's break it all down. What's really holding Starship back, and what's next for SpaceX's ambitious journey to the stars? It's been more than 3 months since Starship Flight 4 took place in June, and the world is still anxiously waiting for Starship to take off once again. Launch dates have come and gone, with September being a hopeful target mentioned earlier by the FAA. There were even rumors of an October 3rd launch, but in a surprising twist, SpaceX recently updated its homepage, announcing a delay from the FAA, pushing the next launch all the way to late November. This new estimate came out of nowhere, and it's more than a 2 month delay from the previously anticipated date of mid September. Why the delay? SpaceX has been ready for this launch since the first week of August. They've prepared the Starship and Super Heavy booster for Flight 5. But now, with this delay, the gap between flights will stretch to 5 months, much longer than the wait times for any other Starship flights, except for the early days between Flight 1 and Flight 2. And here's the kicker. There's no sign of any major safety investigations holding things up. So what's causing this slowdown? An FAA official, Kelvin Coleman, tried to explain the situation by pointing to mission changes and technology upgrades that require modifications to the flight license. He also mentioned that the rapid pace of Falcon 9 launches has stretched the FAA's resources, slowing down their ability to handle approvals for Starship flights. In short, SpaceX's own speed and innovation may ironically be part of the reason for the delay. Understandably, SpaceX is not taking this lying down. They've made it clear that Flight 5 is set to be a historic event. After years of preparation and months of testing, this mission aims to attempt the first ever booster catch, with tens of thousands of hours poured into building the infrastructure necessary for success. SpaceX fully acknowledges the risks of such an ambitious test, but they emphasize that public safety is always their top priority. However, SpaceX didn't hold back in criticizing the FAA's licensing process. They called out the delays as being caused by issues ranging from the frivolous to the patently absurd, noting that some of the complaints come from special interest groups using faulty science. To add insult to injury, SpaceX emphasized that the latest delay to November wasn't based on new safety concerns, but on additional environmental analyses that they see as unnecessary. In a sharp rebuke of the FAA, SpaceX highlighted how critical Starship is to the future of space exploration. On social media, the company tweeted that Starship's fully reusable design would dramatically increase humanity's ability to access and utilize space, all while supporting national priorities like NASA's Artemis program. In short, Starship needs to fly, and soon. Elon Musk, as expected, weighed in with his own thoughts. He called the FAA's delays ridiculous and warned that these bureaucratic hurdles are threatening humanity's chances of reaching Mars. In a tweet, he bluntly stated, "We will never get humanity to Mars if this continues." Musk's frustration is clear. These regulatory delays are directly threatening his grand vision for interplanetary exploration. In their public update, SpaceX also addressed environmental concerns, like the controversy surrounding their water-cooled steel flame deflector. Some reports have inaccurately accused SpaceX of environmental pollution, but the company firmly rejected those claims. They emphasized that they've been working with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to ensure compliance and reduce environmental impacts. One of the most frustrating parts of this whole process is the seemingly endless cycle of consultations and evaluations. SpaceX pointed out that even though Flight 5 is scheduled for a time outside of the local wildlife nesting season, the regulatory process continues to drag on. They've had to undergo a 60-day consultation with the National Marine Fisheries Service, and new questions keep arising, delaying the launch further. To wrap up their update, SpaceX didn't mince words. They criticized the fact that it takes longer to get government paperwork approved than it does to design and build a rocket, a situation they argue is undermining America's position as a global leader in space. But it's not all bad news. Let's switch gears to the Polaris Dawn mission, which continues to make groundbreaking progress. After launching at 5:23 a.m. EDT on September 10th from Florida, the mission has been widely celebrated as another major success for SpaceX. Elon Musk congratulated the team on their achievements, highlighting how missions like Polaris Dawn help push forward the technologies necessary to create a more exciting future in space. Polaris Dawn reached a new milestone as Dragon's crew traveled farther from Earth than any humans have in over half a century. Over the course of the first day in orbit, the team began conducting scientific research and testing the Starlink system. They even passed through the South Atlantic anomaly, an area where Earth's magnetic field is weaker, requiring extra care with spacecraft systems. As the mission progresses, the crew is gearing up for a planned spacewalk on September 12th. Everything so far has been running smoothly, with the team practicing safety protocols and preparing for what will surely be another major milestone for SpaceX. So, what do you think? Should the regulatory barriers holding back Starship's progress be lifted? Are these delays truly necessary, or is it time for the FAA to let SpaceX soar? Don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe for more jaw-dropping space updates, and join us as we embark on a cosmic journey like never before.